All right.
Hey Nick,
Hey Ray, fancy seeing you here.
what are you doing tonight?
Well, I thought it would be pure insanity to watch 3 movies at once, and we happen to be watching Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, and Ocean's 13, also known as Ocean's 11, 12, and 13, all at once.
But it's
All
good that
f-
you
all
throw
films-
all the oceans in there,
Just in
in
case.
case I didn't realise.
All films made by Steven Soderbergh.
Right.
Great director, I really like him.
I do too.
But I'm actually quite interested to see if there's any similar tropes, any repetitions, I guess, in
Maybe
his
some
films.
formulaic.
Some formulaic
modes.
stuff.
Look, I have to say I'm a big fan of all of them. I love them. 11's number one, obviously the best ever.
I've got to rely on my memory a bit here because, firstly, watching 3 things at once for someone who has a poor attention span at just one thing is quite difficult. But Ocean's 11, I think, is my favourite. Ocean's 12, good film. I don't remember Ocean's 13 too much, although I do like the stars. Very ninja-y. Some ninja masks rocking here.
I have to say that the lines in Ocean's 11 are great.
The script writing is really good. Bernie Mac, great character in these films. I am a fan of Bernie Mac.
And his delivery in the Oceans, top shelf.
Spot on. I actually didn't think Bernie Mac was in the third, which is why I thought Ocean's 13 was of lesser quality. But it turns out he is in Ocean's 13.
And hilarious in it too. Just as funny.
Yeah,
I think he's just, with his domino game that he invents to shaft
Al Pacino. Spoiler alert, by the way.
Spoiler alert.
We're watching these films, we're going to be talking about them. Al Pacino looking very orange.
I think he looks like
very umpa-lumperish,
I think he needs a few carrots.
I don't think
maybe he's had too many carrots.
Maybe too many carrots.
Orange, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen firsthand.
Although he hunts in the dark with ease. Now we've got D'Artagnan in Ocean's 12 with the fashion of the aristocratic society. Brad Pitt hanging out in the only respectable place in Las Vegas where everyone obviously lines up at the bar, not ordering a drink, but looking at the ladies in the window.
I love this, though. This is, again, one of my favourite scenes when he's, cheers, you know, didn't hear him, and Brad Pitt George Clooney walks behind Pitt. Pitt doesn't know.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Unless you're looking, you probably won't
cool.
see it.
I really like on 11, but all of them actually, 11, 12, 13, there's some really quite short yet smart character development.
Absolutely.
Because in 11, they're all getting recruited for this heist, but already we're getting a sense on these characters' specialties.
Yep. What
they can do, and
their
almost
attitude.
to a degree why they're doing it as well. For a lot of them, it's about the challenge itself.
Yeah, being the best, not actually the money.
Not getting rich. Leave it at.
Leave
Don
it.
Cheadle's great Cockney accent.
Is he Cockney?
No, he's American.
He's American. He
in
can
real
do
life.
it. He has a good Cockney accent.
I was being a little sarcastic.
Okay.
I'll admit there.
Well, I thought
It's actually not bad. Okay, so favourite Ocean's film.
11 by a country mile.
Why is that?
I think it's written better. I think the lines are better. The one-liners are better. And it's the first time we've sort of...
I am loving the old school Mac operating system on the monitor. That's how old this film is.
No. We thought it was amazing when it came out.
Kids, that was before OS X. Yosemite.
I do like the rock wall. Very Las
The
Vegas.
rock wall is what makes Ocean's 11 the best film for me.
Me too. It's all bricks.
There's no
water
rendered wall here.
No. But that, very Las Vegas.
Yeah. Who would you see in Danny Ocean if it wasn't Clooney?
Sylvester Stallone.
I see Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. That would be a heist film for me.
Garcia, believable baddie.
Garcia plays a good baddie.
Can he play a goodie? Have you ever seen him play a goodie?
I think so. If he's not grumpy, like he always looks grumpy.
He looks terse.
Look at his terse. He does look terse. He's the tersiest grumpy man I know in these films.
He's got a smile there.
Yeah,
One
but
month
look,
ago.
grumpy.
Terse.
Terse, I mean.
Tersely grumpy.
But you see him smile a bit in Ocean's 13 because he becomes a good guy.
Transition could have been it. So look, eating. From cocktail.
Oh my god. That's it.
Only 11. It doesn't happen in 12 and
Brad
13.
Pitt is a compulsive eater in this. So a twist is what makes a heist film, I think. I mean, otherwise, what have you got? You've got
a heist.
Well, if you've got no twist, you've got a failed heist.
Oh, if they steal the stuff, it's still a heist, isn't it?
Yeah, but if they fail, it's not a heist. Yeah, if they okay, that's a good point. If they steal something, it's a heist. A heist film. Let's put it that way. A heist film.
I just thought we were talking
If you
heists.
look at the bank job with Jason Statham. That was my impression of Jason Statham.
You need to work on that.
There's a twist.
What about Inside Man? That was a great twist.
Great twist, but yet without that particular twist, would have been a successful heist film.
Whatever palette they've chosen.
And we got Sean Bean making an.
What's Sean Bean from? What's that?
Sean Bean is in Game of Thrones.
Oh, of course. I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
But that.
Spoiler alert! I haven't seen it.
Good spoiler alert. That is him from Equilibrium. I love the blue light emanating from the mine shaft. But it actually looks pretty cool.
It does
as
look
unrealistic as that would be, that looks
because
pretty
there is
cool.
no light in
Yeah.
What do they call them?
Well,
air conditioning chute.
A ventilation shaft. The last ventilation shaft I was in, there was no light. I had to bring my own. I
had pink light in mine.
Ah, that's smart.
Yeah, well, they had light, lit them all pink.
Why do people making a heist make scaled models? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but who makes the models for them? Have you ever thought about that?
The 1-to-1 scale or the...
Not a 1-to-1 scale, because that's necessary.
Is 1-to-1 now.
But, like,
It's a good point. They
the
are
30
scale
to
models,
1
aren't
scaled. Yeah, like,
I had an
that
uncle
transition,
making scale models for Expo 88.
so they'd have to pay that guy off.
To do two things.
Yeah.
Make the model and not talk.
Yeah, exactly.
A very expensive model.
They probably killed him. They don't show this.
Oh,
I really like this about these films, is that you don't just get two characters.
I tell you what though, he does need to eat a steak or have some macas.
Well, that's how he can dance so well.
He does dance well. I can't dance that well.
I love that these.
Can you dance that well?
It's because you've eaten too many steaks.
I've had a couple of macas or two. A couple of macas or two.
I just love that they introduce this character, talking about him by going straight to him. You know, they don't just talk about him and then they cut to him. These two characters that are talking about him are actually talking about him right now,
and showing him.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
It's expedient.
So
Brad Pitt, what's he doing?
Eating. He is eating. All Brad Pitt does is eat in Ocean's 11.
It's good, huh? Okay, we're in the same scene, so
finished.
We're not eating now.
Yeah, he's finished.
Still, it's the same scene.
I'm keeping my eye open for Brad Pitt next time. You got a lot of people in this scene in Ocean's 11 and 13 right now. But
and
actually,
this one too.
You know where they are. You know where they are in relation to each other. That's actually really good design.
It's beautiful.
That's
I love
really
this.
well done.
Down the wall.
Yeah.
Talking to each other. Beautiful scene.
The old radial wipe, 360 wipe there.
Let's be
That's
honest.
actually occurred in each film, I think.
It has.
Or it will.
We've
I'm
got
pretty
the
sure we'll
clock
see that.
wipe. We've got the radial wipe. We've got the swipe.
The linear.
Yep. And it's a throwback to that almost George Lucas, Star Warsy.
I kind of think that like a transition like that is making fun of itself.
I think so too.
Yeah. Here though, in Ocean's 11, we're given a sense that Saul's not well.
Or not with it.
Not well. I
Or
think
not
not
up
well.
to-
He's
not
gone
up
to
to the
stand
job.
up and he's sat back down. What then happens is, again, spoiler alert. I'll hold my description there. Ocean's 12. You've got to be able to see lasers to bypass
Look where
them.
they're coming from, though. They're
Look
coming
at
from
that.
every-
Look, there's no like laser transmitter.
They're just
They're
coming,
just coming out of the
wall.
wall at the statue's eyes. What?
And the professional dice makers over here in 11. Look, I love these movies. That's the hardest thing, to say this. I love
Agreed.
the movies, but...
Agree. There are things that aren't realistic that it's, of course, you completely forgive because they're so enjoyable.
Yeah, but honestly, attention to detail is what makes a movie.
But I think you do have to
Here's the
visualize
scale
something.
model again. Who made
Exactly.
that scale model?
That is extremely detailed.
It's a good model. Funny scene, this one with this
Love.
music. It's a... We're going to say?
I was going to say, I love, again, we're going like from one character to another character to another character, back to Clooney, back to other characters. That's a lot happening in one camera movie.
Yeah.
Loving the red in this film. Al Pacino is...
The suit's red.
I think maybe because they realised he was so orange,
They just kept
they
it
had
red.
to just throw some
Was that
red
a bad
in there.
spray tan? The Gilroy with the
Oh, that was
Could
lucky.
she-
That was lucky it just went up her nose,
Only
by
up
the
her
way.
nose. Because that fragrance will actually go from the side of his neck.
What?
Go, and she's... That, to me, that was...
And then she seems repulsed by it. Did you see that?
Chucking
That's
on
pretty
its
cool.
side.
More visible lasers
Ooh,
here, by
are they
the way.
They're actually coming out of something, though.
Well, they are emitted by a laser emitter, but can you see lasers?
I do like the floating numbers. I thought that was actually a really interesting way to say
Oh, great way to show
Everyone's
you ripped
winning.
off, eh? Yeah.
this is Le Marc. No.
I've got to say, each film has actually been, even though we're watching this side by side, which has really hurt my mind, they've actually been fairly easy to follow.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you
can-
look
you
at
can
it
stay up
and you
with it.
know
Yeah,
what's
absolutely.
happening. I think that's
Is that
pretty,
because we've watched
pretty
them
good.
before? Or
I honestly haven't seen them for years. Like Ocean's 11, I've probably watched the most. It is
Yeah.
definitely my favourite. Ocean's 12,
it's easy to watch again.
I do like just a couple of things I would change.
Yeah.
Ocean's 13, I've only watched once.
Okay.
But
he's
that was
got
years
jewels
ago,
on
you know.
on his belly.
So why?
Oh,
Oh, his
I don't
nose as
know.
well.
And then,
I
here we go, and then here's his
used to
father.
think that Brad Pitt was Matt Damon's father from Ocean's 11. The way they talked about it.
No, never saw it. But why has he got that terrible little gun like he's James Bond? Is that like a James Bond thing?
Yeah, and he spent the time
Where's
to
the
colour his parachute. What the
Why did he
what?
Why did he hide behind the?
That's
his parachute?
crazy.
But have a look at Matt Damon's lining on his jacket. It matches the lead lining. You see that?
Oh my god, it does too. Good spot. Ah, but we're missing the dancing.
Well,
The
it's two foxes. The
dancing.
foxes are going off together. That's a treat. That is. He never really.
I don't know if this is necessary, considering we know he's going to be outdone.
Oh,
Or at this stage, do we
I
think he
don't
might
lo-
he might have one over on Danny Ocean?
Is it a throw to what's the one with Sean Connery and Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Oh yeah.
Remember she did that through this?
Zorro.
I'm sure Sean Connery was in Zorro. What was that movie?
What was that film? We're wrapping up on 11 over here. Now Al Pacino is fuming. Look how red he is.
He's fuming. Look at that. He looks like
he's either
the Hulk.
I want to see if he is grumpier than Andy Garcia in Ocean's 11.
No, I think Garcia is grumpier.
I think we've obviously got a lot that makes a Steven Soderbergh film, but looking at these three at a glance and knowing his other work, colour plays such an important part into a Steven Soderbergh film.
Definitely.
Huge amount.
Look, and I think he uses it well.
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
think he's
Totally. All right, that's it.
Oh, that music is driving me nuts.